Good day, my friends. Welcome to the very first HFC recap video of 2016. I'm sure most of you who watch this tribe already know how these videos work, but for those of you new to the channel, or just new to these videos, here's a quick explanation before we kick things off. Did you not have a chance to watch through the videos we put up every month? Simply too busy, or felt the content was boring or otherwise skippable? Well, you're in luck. With these videos you can catch up on what you may have missed in well under 10 minutes, or sometimes even 5. A simple premise, but a snappy one. So without further ado, let's commence the over-dramatic recapping. This is what you may have missed in January. To kick off 2016, we pulled out an old, forgotten and unfinished playthrough, dusted it off, recorded new footage for it, and did a whole bunch of new commentary. I speak, of course, of Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. Shatty Dims was originally a stream playthrough that we did over on our Twitch channel, the HFC livestream. We got, about 2/3 of the way through before, I don't know, getting bored of it? Simply not wanting to continue? Take your pick, the real reason is lost to the ages. This time though, it was a proper HFC playthrough, and we brought in Lewis from HellfireComms to help fill in the 4 Spider-Man dynamic while Mexi was away taking care of business. It was a real treat to be able to revisit an old HFC run and actually finish it this time around, and I think it turned out pretty well. That's just my opinion, of course, so feel free to give the complete playthrough a watch and decide for yourself. Next up, the first NTom and Helldragon jaunt of the year, Shovel Knight. THD's constant Shovel Knight recommendations finally got me to play this sucker, and I was pleasantly surprised. This isn't a review video though, so let's just skip over the part where I gush over the platforming and the relics and everything else, and say the playthrough was a direct result of THD's incessant love for the Shoveling Knight himself. He prefers a blunt force approach when it comes to recommending things for us to cover. That's how I ended up being addicted to JoJo, after all. It was a pretty short playthrough overall, then again it's a fairly short game, but it turned out fairly well in the end. Not as good as Shatty Dims in my opinion, but they're different types of games, commented on by different groups of people. I'm comparing digital apples to digital peas here. If you're a fan of our Mega Man playthroughs, I think you'll enjoy this one. We'll be covering the Plague of Shadows DLC campaign later this year, so there's more Shovel Knight antics to come. Stay tuned. Lastly, at least in terms of playthroughs in January, we return to the adventure game scene with a direct parallel to last January's adventure game playthrough of Space Quest. This time, we entered the world of Daventry for King's Quest I, The Quest for the Crown. We covered the VGA fan remake by AGD Interactive, and while not exactly the most exciting of playthroughs, I do so enjoy going back to these cozy adventure game worlds. There's something special about them. We've got a few of these adventure games lined up this year, and the next one we'll be covering is Monkey Island 2 in March, so if you're a fan of these particular types of playthroughs, be sure to keep an eye out for it. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. That covers it for playthroughs in January, but there was one more thing we dropped on y'all this month. Most of the playthroughs and such that we've done over the years have been based on console games, with very little in the way of PC titles. Well, that's a thing of the past. Sort of. Okay, they're not full playthroughs, but with our new series, NTom and Volks Spot of PC, we were finally able to shine a light on some PC games that we enjoy and give this neglected platform some HFC love. The first 2 games we covered for this series were Theme Park and Theme Hospital, both of which are simulation games by Bullfrog Productions, and both of which hold a great deal of nostalgic affection for both Volk and myself. We've got plans for at least 10 more games at the time of recording this audio, different genres, different generations. It's a really fun series and we're very happy you guys took to it like you did. Makes the creative process all that more enjoyable really. We'll be updating this series whenever we have more content ready, but I would wager at least 1 or 2 episodes per month is the average for NTom and Volks Spot of PC. Stay tuned. The final thing we put up in January was a feature-length commentary for Professor Layton and the Eternal Diva. I was joined by X-Gamer Richie and Sonic Movies for this one, and believe me when I say we have plans for plenty more feature-length commentaries, or movie comms, really, throughout the year. Stay tuned, they'll go up when they're ready. And that brings us to the end of the first recap video of the year. We're barely getting started though, so I'll see you next month where I'll have a bunch more stuff to go over and you'll see just what we have in store for you in 2016. Bye for now.